Hi, I'm Lauer, IFBB Pro, and I just competed in the Pittsburgh Pro this past weekend. Ended up finishing 13th out of 34 guys. It was an incredible competition with a lot of talent up there on stage. So I'm working hard on building up my back. Actually, during the show this past weekend, we were turned around, and when they saw the back, they brought me back in and bumped me up another rank. So I'm going to work on continuing improving that back, and you're going to see one of my basic workouts today here in my hometown.
Now, when I get into the gym, my plan is to hit the deadlifts hard. And what do I see? But some jackass has been curling in the squat rack. Surprise, surprise. And apparently a 10 and a 5-pound plate are too heavy to put away. So I cleaned those up myself. And once I did, I was able to get into my deadlifts. Now, like most of my exercises, I do usually 6 sets. Sometimes it may be 5, sometimes upwards around 10. With deadlifts today, I hit 6 sets. Warming up with 135, and typically I'll bump up 1 plate at a time per warm-up. So again, 135, then I went up to 225, worked my way up to 315 for some reps, and then after the 315, of course, another plate, so 405, knocking out again a number of reps here. And on these deadlifts, really working up and squeezing the back at the top to get the most effective work out of each of these exercises, each of these lifts. And of course, the deadlift is great for back building. Then I went up to 455, pulled a single, and usually I'll pull up to 5 or 5+ plates for a single in my deadlift routine. But today, coming off of leg day just 2 days prior and the competition in Pittsburgh the day before that, 455 was heavy enough today, so I did that and then moved into 315 for reps. And 15 is what I shot for and did here. Again, 15 reps with 315, just as a good way to pump up, get a lot of volume going to finish the deadlift routine. This put together from the heavyweight to the moderate weight with 315 here really hit the back. After the deadlift, I move into pull-ups. Now, oftentimes I'll do just bodyweight pull-ups today. However, I added a dumbbell between the feet, and what that does, of course, is makes you effectively heavier, challenging the muscles even more. And again, I worked with 5 or 6 sets here. Actually, this was a 5-set exercise. I did 1 with bodyweight, then I moved into 3 weighted sets of pull-ups, and then following that, I did 1 more strictly body weight set of pull-ups for reps, and I used a neutral grip. I like to vary my overhand, neutral, and underhand grip depending on the exercise and depending on how many times I've done which one versus another. Next, I move into low cable row. I like to use the neutral grip primarily on the low cable row, and it's really important to use a handle that's about 12 to 14 inches wide. If your hands are too close together, you get a lot of bicep work, but you can't effectively squeeze the shoulder blades together. And if you go too wide, you can't get enough of a contraction yet again on pulling those shoulder blades together. So I find that a handle in neutral grip position about 14 or 12 inches apart gives you just the right width where you can get a good squeeze between those shoulder blades. So now that I've done a solid pull-up movement, a good row, and a heavy deadlift, I move into a dumbbell pullover. Now this is an excellent exercise, of course, for the lats, also for the pec minor. And having done chest yesterday, I like this as a good follow-up movement on the following day, so a good stretch through the pecs. And again, pec minor is activated here, but you'll see the lats working here. See them squeeze as I bring it up, and a nice stretch on the way back. This exercise, I got away from it for years, but it's a good one, again, for the lats, the pec minor, and I also like to think about the serratus anterior as I'm doing this, those small muscles along the rib cage, because if you can get those to pop, it really makes your midsection look much more impressive while you're on stage. After pulling and pulling and pulling on that dumbbell pullover, it was time to go into underhand lat pull down. Now this hammer strength machine that I'm using, it's kind of almost like a high row because you're out in front of your body instead of going in a straight vertical displacement. But again, using the underhand grip for a little variation, which is going to hit the lats slightly differently than the overhand. And also you get a little more bicep activation here. As you'll see, the arm goes from a full extension to less than a 90-degree angle, so you get a really good squeeze in that bicep. And then to finish the back workout, I go to one of the classics, overhand wide grip lat pull down. And you'll see I use a little bit of a, you might have heard of the J bench, where you bring it down and kind of toward your face. I use that kind of technique to pull it down and then to squeeze back. And I have to be careful not to bust your teeth, but that's one of the things I like to do with my lat pull down, which you'll see right here. And this was the finisher here. So I did 5 sets, anywhere from 10 to 15 reps to finish out the workout.
Well, thanks for watching my back workout today here in my hometown of Zanesville, Ohio. I hope you enjoyed it and took some good cues and lessons from this particular workout. Make sure you check back soon for more great videos and follow me on Twitter @IanLauer. Thanks for watching.